Hello everyone, I'm Reuben Tiger Wesley and welcome to Tiger Talk. As I come to you with the tragic and heartbreaking report of the shooting and murder of a Minneapolis woman, I've just received breaking news of 2 people shot by federal agents in southeast Portland, Oregon early Thursday afternoon. According to police, officers responded to the 10200 block of Southeast Main Street on a report of a shooting. Officers confirmed that federal agents had been involved in a shooting, PPB said. The FBI office in Portland confirmed that the 2 agents involved in the shooting were working for Border Patrol. But a short time later, they deleted that statement. We are still in the early stages of this incident, said Chief Bob Day. We understand the heightened emotion and tension many are feeling in the wake of the shooting in Minneapolis, but I am asking the community to remain calm as we work to learn more. PPB officers have secured both scenes pending an investigation. This remains an active and ongoing investigation led by the FBI said in a written statement. The Portland Police Bureau emphasized they are not involved in helping with any immigration enforcement and were only assisting at the scene after the shooting.
Approximately 2:18 this afternoon, Portland police officers responded to the 10,000 block of Southeast Main Street on the report of a shooting. So they came in via a 911 call. Officers confirmed that federal agents had been involved in a shooting. Portland police were not involved in that incident. About 6 minutes later, at 2:24 p.m., officers received information once again through dispatch that a man who had been shot was calling and requesting help in the area of Northeast 146th and East Burnside. Our officers responded. We found a male and a female with apparent gunshot wounds. Officers applied a tourniquet and summoned emergency medical personnel. The patients were transported to local hospital, and their conditions at this time are unknown.
Now onto my initial report. On Wednesday, January the 7th, ICE agents on the ground in Minneapolis, Minnesota, shot and killed an innocent American citizen. Her name was Renee Nicole Good. Renee was a 37-year-old mother of 3 children who had recently moved to Minneapolis. She was a prize-winning poet, a hobby guitarist, and a 2020 graduate of Old Dominion University in Virginia. City leaders said she was on the ground as a legal observer of ICE activities. Based on numerous videos of the incident taken by bystanders, an ICE agent approached Renee while she was sitting still in her vehicle and tried to pull her car door open. When Renee proceeded to leave, she first put her car in reverse and then turned her wheels in such a way to move away from the approaching officer. Once she proceeded to move forward, another ICE agent, identified as Jonathan Ross, approached the front of her vehicle from the passenger side. As she continued to move forward, Ross then pulled his firearm and fired 3 shots as she drove away.
Today, a woman from Colorado was killed by an ICE agent in Minneapolis. Witnesses say 37-year-old Renee Good was following traffic directions by agents. The Trump administration says Good was a domestic terrorist who tried to hit a federal agent with her vehicle. There is video of this shooting from a number of angles. Should note, we are not going to be showing the moment when Good is shot and killed. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem initially said that immigration agents got their vehicle stuck in the snow and were attempting to push it out when they were attacked by the driver who tried to run them over. Witness video shows the vehicle sitting on dry pavement when ICE agents approached the civilian vehicle. Witnesses tell NBC News that the driver, Good, was simultaneously ordered to drive away and to stop. She backs up and drives forward. An agent tries to open her door. Another agent draws and fires into the SUV, killing her. President Trump called Good a professional agitator who, quote, violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer. It is not clear from the video what, if any, injuries the officer actually sustained. President Trump said, quote, it is hard to believe he is alive, but is now recovering in the hospital. Later today, Secretary Noem said the officer was hit by the vehicle, went to the hospital, but was quickly released and declined to discuss his injuries. Minneapolis' mayor says he wants ICE to leave the city, that they are making things unsafe.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is
This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Protests have followed the shooting in Minneapolis today and into the evening. Democratic Governor Tim Walz is urging peace and calm, saying that he does not want violent reactions to give President Trump any reason to put armed troops into city streets or to invoke the Insurrection Act, which would allow Trump to use the military against Americans across the country. Here is what we know about Renee Good. She's 37 years old, originally from the Colorado Springs area, according to her family, who also told us that she is a widow with a young child. Her late husband's father told the Minneapolis Star-Tribune that now there's, quote, nobody else in his life and that he's coming to Minneapolis to get his grandchild. A social media account that we believe belongs to Good describes her as a poet, a writer, and a mom.
As a result of those 3 fired shots, one of which struck her in the head, Renee was mortally wounded and her vehicle came to rest after crashing into another vehicle. After witnessing the shooting, a man yelled to ICE agents, "Can I go and check a pulse?" He identified himself as a physician, and an ICE agent replied, "I don't care," and told him to get away. Now, according to unconfirmed reports, ICE medical personnel did not arrive on scene for close to 30 minutes. After several highly qualified and experienced law enforcement officials witnessed the video from several provided angles, they came to a consensus that no law enforcement officer should ever stand in the front of a vehicle in an attempt to stop it. Jonathan Ross was involved in a similar vehicle incident last year where he was pulled about 100 yards by a car while firing a stun gun at the driver. Shortly after the incident, during a press conference, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said that the ICE agent was performing his duty as he was trained. In a Truth Social post by Donald Trump, he said, "I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing, resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive, but is now recovering in the hospital. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate." This post by Trump is an outright lie. After the shooting, a video clearly shows Jonathan Ross walking down the street, motioning with his right hand and clearly uninjured.
Shame! 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 Shame!
As our so-called leader, Donald Trump has once again failed to lower the temperature on such a horrible incident. I'm Reuben Tiger Wesley with Tiger Talk.